KETK is your local election headquarters. A high-profile elections bill is facing pushback in the House Elections Committee. The legislation, co-authored by East Texas State Senator Brian Hughes, would require a paper trail for all election systems. KETK State Capitol reporter Steffi Lee shows us some worry that proposals added to this bill could be unintended consequences of it. Steffi.
Now, Casey, the lawmakers backing this bill say the intent is not to prevent Texans from going to the polls. However, from the very beginning, from when this bill was first introduced, groups that rely on voting rights and their mission is voting rights have viewed it that way.
We're going to stay here for as long as it takes.
Voting rights groups say this bill at the center of discussion could scare off voters in an already confusing process.
SB 9 takes that confusion, that labyrinthian system, and heightens it to criminality, making those earnest errors potentially something that could permanently damage people's records should they be prosecuted.
Some elections administrators told lawmakers Texas counties will likely face a burden too.
There's so many things that a poll worker has to do in an election day that if they forget, this bill criminalizes that innocent omission of this task.
The intent of this committee substitute is neither voter suppression nor to enable voter fraud. Ultimately, the intent of SB 9 is to strengthen election integrity.
State Representative Stephanie Click says there are already criminal penalties in place for some election-related issues.
And this is an enhancement in many cases. It's a complicated bill, and for people that do not know existing election law and what the procedures are, they think that this is something new when in fact it's not.
More than 100 people signed to on the bill. Representative Click hopes the committee can vote out the bill once it has the votes.
Now, it will be a late evening as lawmakers continue to hear public testimony and ask questions with these witnesses available in front of them. Now, there are less than 2 weeks left in this legislative session. In Austin, Steffi Lee, KETK News.